before, and hope you've been able to branch out from your fifth as our opportunity to advance out more. So looking forward to that. And so today I promised putting all of the sets together. So I'm going to start with a seated set, then I'm going to go to a standing set, and so let's get. And so I'm going to do the Tai Chi set. That's going to give you too much. Okay. All right. A little bit closer, and you can see. So let's do Tai Chi. We'll just see how far we get. Here we go. All right. So you're joining on. We're going to do a standing set. So it's up to you. And commence. In. And then left grasp bird's tail. Ball. Whip. Step up to raise hands. And then sink. Nice big lift, falling into the push into the feet. White stork spreads wings. Left. Half step would be stronger spine. Nice big lift. Flower. And punch. I hope I did all of the brush knees. So like all of a sudden, like I'm in a time warp. Okay, here goes the second part. I don't know if I did that right. Carry the tiger to the mountain. Comes back. Palm to palm. Opening the hands. Two hands go forward. That's going to come out diagonal. Comes around. And this is going to go underneath the elbow. Open the hands. And this is going to come through. Ward off monkey. Flying at a slant is going to come around. And step up, raise hands. White stork spreads wings. Brush knee left. And then this is going to be push the needle to sea bottom. Turn, fan penetrates back. Hold the flowers. Deflect, parry, and punch. Hold the ball, grasp its tail. Hey there. Palm to palm. Going through the set. Whoop comes around. We're Move hands like clouds. Just creating a flow of energy. Rise up. Feel that come right through the spine. And here's number 5. It's going to come back through. Look to the side. High pattern horse. Tall, feel that length through the spine. Cross. Toe kick. With our feet, but that's what you'd be doing. Standing, cross. This would be toe kick. Turn. Heel kick. Right heel kick. Brush knee. And comes down. I saw the name go up, Charlotte, there. And then I lost track. This would be low punch. Turn. So funny. What will distract? Punch. Hold the flowers. In. Punch through. Okay, on track. Cross. This would be a heel kick. Expand. Hold the flower. Strike the tiger on the left. Let that come through. Hold the flowers. Strike the tiger on the right. That's going to come through. Sink back. Expand. Comes around. 2 hands. Let that go. Let that go. Right. Hold the flowers. Touch. Wipe the sleeve. Down. Crosses over. And let that sink. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, which is part 1 or 2, seated. You can keep going seated if you like. I'm going to stand. I'm just going to do the version. Carry the tiger to the mountain. Carry the tiger to the mountain. Okay, and then notice I'm just going to need to adjust this just a little bit. Okay. All right. So we have turn the whole left side. So we've been working on this the last week to get the flow. So this is going back into your right corner. Trying to remember it by the directions that you face. So into the back right corner. This is on the right side. Whip out horizontal, facing your sink back. Go to your right side, and we're going to travel from corner to corner, kind of. So this is just facing different directions. Intention, the options that it gives you. Left side, then this is left grass tail, ball, stepping, grass bird's tail. It's going to move back so you can see. Palm to palm. Open the hands, 2 hands out, sinking back. Right side is going to turn, whip, let that go, and reach up. Okay, so now we have Fair Lady Shuttle. So the hand is going to spiral, step with the sink back into the right. Over to the left. step and turn, step to the right, reach out. Cross, step and reach out. This is going to come back. Step back with your right foot. So we have left grassfoot's tail, ball, grassfoot's tail. Let that come through. Bow and arrow. Palm to palm. Open the hands. Two hands are good. Sinking back. Whip to one side. Let that go and let it come out. We have 7. Comes across. For 7. Side, step, reach out. So now you're going down to your snake. One-legged dog, sink. Step left, oop. On the right, open, step back, ward off monkey. Open, ward off monkey. Open. Open, it's going to be flying at a slant. Put the right heel down. This comes through. Wings, up with the right. That come all the way through. Brush knee. Half a step. Bottom. Turn. Chop. Wipe the sleeve. Hold the flowers. In, out. Punch. Twist step. Hold the ball. Grasp the. I'm saying that my mind still is like it just goes completely blank, which is wonderful, but it's not very helpful for all of you if I get the steps wrong. Move hands like clouds. I hope I'm in this. There goes 1. This is the value of doing this in a group. You need the group to keep you on. Mind is just lost in the movement. It's just so beautiful. Whip to one side and reach out. High pat on to the right. Comes up. Heel kick. Hold the flowers. In and out. Wipe the sleeve. Step through and punch. Twist step. Hold the ball. Heel reaches out. Bow and arrow comes back. Palm. Open the hands. 2 hands go out. Sinking back. Whip to one side. And reach out. Our second snake. Down. Reach out to 7 stars. Opening that spine. Sinks back. Into the right. Over to the left. Turning all the way around. and out. Hold flowers through. Two hands. Sink. Over. Oh, let that sink. Okay, so let's put the bow on. So we did a half seated, half standing, all the way through. I'm hoping it helps you with direction and memory, which way. Okay, so as I was preparing for the conference I'll be speaking at this weekend, how five-element theory, Chinese theory, works within the movement model of Tai Chi, and how it's set up to create flow for everything that you're doing. So just to bring awareness of color and sound, how they go together. And I thought I would go to that to help bring some of that along from my integration set, which is my 5-element set. So let's do brush knees going forward, ward off monkey coming back. We've used that pattern before, but this time let's use it with the color. Sound is choose. And so you can add sound and color, which also increase, I guess is the best way to say, to really move the energy flow. And in Qigong, they would have certain movements and certain intentions added with the sounds, if they were going to use the 6 healing sounds from Tai Chi or Chinese medicine. And that in the Tai Chi sets, because it takes care of itself. But sometimes if you're not going to do the whole set, so going forward is going to open, one step. So just sound that you can make with that. And the color you're thinking about or looking at is blue, which you're looking at my screen, you're seeing all the blue in our house. So we have shoe, step, shoe, twist step. Now we're going to take it backwards. And this, we're just going to sink back, shoe, open, shoe, open. This is water element, shoe, open, shoe. If we go forward, shoe, twist, shoe, twist step, shoe, twist step, shoe. Open that up, take it back, shoe, 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 shoe. Okay, so the time zone that I'm in at the moment, it's 5:15 here, which is in the middle of the water element, kidney and bladder. And so blue and shoe and the water element, that is a beautiful exercise for me to provide more to that system, which is right now the most energy to process water for my system. If you're in time, you'd be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that one's going to bring you into small intestine, fire element. Connector is heart and small intestine. So the sound would be ha. And the movement pattern that I like to link to that one is actually strike the. So if we put that little piece in, we've got, and the sound is ha as we do it. So what I'm going to do is do that facing you So I'm going to arms up towards you, which is to the right. Step with the left foot. Strike the tiger's. Oh, nice big sigh. And bring the hands around. Turn that left side. Step. Just going to back, kick your right foot. Ha. Crossing the hands, rolls all the way around. Ha. And then step over. Doesn't have the whole sequence in it. Ha. Okay? Just gives you just a shortened version of that sequence. Try it again. So going up. Ha. Comes around. Ha. Hold the flowers. Step with your right foot. Oh. Sinks back. Heel kick. All the way around. Oh. Let that go. And then just step part to finish. Okay. So that's another one that you can do if you want to add some. Okay. So that just gives you an idea of how you can start to play with some things we did yesterday with the meridians, being aware of which system is not quite functioning the way you want it to function. So let's do that exercise from that perspective. And perhaps this will give you more awareness as you're out doing things, especially if you're in the garden, riding a bike, pushing the lawnmower, all those delightful things we get to do in the summer for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. All right, so let's go to the dawn U, seated to standing. And this one we're just going to up somewhere they're not. Okay, so you're falling in. Just notice what your back feels like. Notice what your pelvis feels like. Coordination that goes into the feet to do this exercise. Okay, I'm laughing because the second one was a little painful. So I can tell I am not functioning with everything. This is a little bit of effort right there. My knees are definitely working. It's like, oh, pick me up. As soon as I went to here, it's like my body said, I want to tell you something. So let's pay attention. Okay, so let's go through the meridians. I'll do sound and color with them because this could be very helpful. Okay, so you have central, down the middle, up the back. You can determine how fast or slow you want to go. If you want to put a goal in the middle here, release the need for my body onto water. Comes back through. Since it is water, come through. Now, if you're in Pacific time, and heart. Could be something as that. Okay, comes up the front, down the middle, up the back, over the top, and then looking into the I love you and mean it. Coming back. Okay, so now that's central and governing. That's center core, has to do with I. So let's find out if that feels a little bit better. Bring that through. Much better. Coming up. That doesn't feel better. Part 2 feels better. So what that tells me is, for me, the buoyancies are affected by whether or not central and governing are functioning right. I'm just going to do that one more time. Awareness. So they're working too hard. Okay, so I don't have all of the elements working with a flow coming through it. So I did it for flow. I did some exercises with some color sound, and that's still, I've traced central and governing, but it's better, but it's not. Okay, so let's go back to what we did yesterday. So we had stomach and spleen, which is yellow, and who. Who. Okay, link that up to, no, let's not link it. Feel that flowing through. Let's do it one more time. Circle around, stomach comes down, yellow, and who. Stomach has its spleen, 7 to 9 a.m. and 9 to 11. And the doggies now. Out, comes back, balance. That's better. That's also a little bit better. Okay, it's helpful, but it's not quite there. So now heart and small intestine. So this is for those people on Pacific time. That's the time zone you're in at the moment. So heart is 11 to 1, and small intestine is 1 to 3 p.m. And go red and ha. Ha. Other side. Ha. Ha. Try your doggy. Forward. Ooh, that feels better. Feels better in my hip. Definitely. My lower back, my hips and my lower back let go. So that's good for me to know. Heart and small intestine have specific muscles with them. Quads, abdominals, subscapular here. Thank you for the love. So what I noticed with that one was that that's capacity that I wanted them to be at. Okay, so let's advance that. So let's go to the next wave of them. So that element. So we're going to top, down the back to the tailbone, from the shoulders, behind the feet. Okay, any sound or say color. Blue and chew. Let's try that again. Bringing that through. Chew. Heart. Chew. There. Chew. Forward. Better for you. That was like a spring out of the seat. This one as well. Definitely made a difference. The water element, fire element weren't quite working. Now, if I say those together, water up the fire, right? Okay. Warm up water. They have a relationship, and if they're both not functioning well, one has too much energy or they have not enough energy, you can see how there could be an imbalance in being able to function. Okay, so let's go to the next and triple warmer, your burners in the family, burners in the body. Okay, so red, and this one's he goes up the middle finger, ring finger, he corner, he comes back, he. Okay, so let's try that. Another fire element, but the burners, respiration, digestion, and elimination. That's what that one's working with. Do another set of those. It feels better, but it's better. So now we have, so it's a wood element. The sound is shh. Color is green. Okay, and so to the ear, over the ear, down the side of the body. Okay, so you have shh. And then you're going to come back in. Shh. Oh, back in. He comes up. so used to sweeping up to the arms and then down. So you've got shh down the side of the body, shh in, shh on your way up. So it's hard to start the sound right away. Press the wood element to the movement now. Okay, that sounded like they're totally connected to the floor. And there's a coordination that is coming through ankle, knee, and feeling, but I'm just trying to describe so you might notice things. Okay, is lung, meridian, and large intestine. Is color is white, silver, or gray. You have some of that in the room. You've got point your finger, opposite nostril. Let's finish. See what this feels like now. And it's not even balancing, I'm like popping right out of the chair. Okay, let's try that one more time. Glide, balance. Love that exercise. Find a way to find out how the body is just so evident. For those people that have studied Touch for Health, and I believe Debbie's there, when you know which with which meridians, it is just so crystal which ones of them. But the other interesting thing with that exercise is you can feel when the ankle connect joint-wise. So when you go to move, everything is moving as one solid unit. But you can, it's like an effort to get each piece to try to move. And when you have it right in, it's beautiful. So that's without working gates. So, okay, I wanted to just and let you play with it again. It tells you how you're functioning and how you're feeling. And that's really important if fine. But you can allow your Tai Chi not fine. And then use it to bring that into flow. My gauge is always, when does it start to tighten up? Something has shifted. And go to an exercise that's going to let it go. The third part of the Tai Chi set. And so knowing that I could stop that flow and take time to work on something and then go back into it, that could be helpful. There might be something that I'm doing not quite right somewhere and it just starts to shut it down. That's how you gain your awareness, how you use your Tai Chi. Okay, I wanted to share with you today, I know we've done Sabre, I know we've done low cup this last week or so. I want to, this is not part of Master Moy's work. It's not part of the Tai Chi wellness series. It's part of some of my work through Chi integration. Favorite by my students. Today, after doing that little exercise, this also might give you just a little different feeling about how the flow is going for you. And you'll recognize all the movement pieces. Okay, it doesn't start with a bow, it's very short. And so what we're going to do is in it. So we're in spirals. For Kundalini, Kundalini is coming from the pelvis, comes all the way up through the body and out the top of the head. So it's got the full. When we link everything up through the center core, we show a lot of differences that'll happen. So Jeanette's just saying it's one of her favorite things is to do all of the sounds. I'm so glad, because for some people it's really difficult to do sound. The Kundalini doesn't have any sound with it, however, it's got the spirals in it. To the I talked about before, and it has some where we actually travel parallel. So it's playing with your brain, it's playing with the body, but it's playing with these systems up the center core, and then they connect you down into the ground, connect you up, and that is a good thing when you want the energy flowing right. Start with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to bring your hands down like you do for low cup. So the ladies are going to take their right hand and the thumb is like we're going to do the yin yang, but we're not going to. We're going to leave our hands open. Gentlemen would be the opposite. Okay, so this is just like, and you're going to line it up. So you're going to line up your feet right up through the top of your head. Let that come open. Sink. And then this is going to come out right from the heart center, out the front. You're going to step your right foot a little bit wider, turn in front of lower dantian, and then you're going to sink like a danu into your right leg. Your knee is behind you, sinking back. Palms are both up. You're going to sink into the left. Sink into the right. We do 4 of them all together. Sink into the left. Okay. So now, staying on that left foot, put your right step up to raise hands. Sink. Your right foot down. Hold the hand coming into lower dantian. You're going to turn a little bit. Expanding the field. Sacral chakra we expanded. White stork spreads wings. So now we are connecting to heaven and earth again. Let that spiral all. Step with the foot and it's a brush knee. Both feet together, you're facing to your left side, and the hands are going to repeat. Make that little arrow, sink. Up. Open that. Sink down. And you're going to come out of the heart center. This is going to roll back to the front. Recognize this from low cup. Sink back. Palms come up. So we keep changing what's happening in the pelvis. Together, a little bit of space. And now we have our double doodle. So it's going to go underneath, over the sink. And as you're doing this, you through the joints. Can't you stay up higher? That's no problem. I'm just noticing that those joints, after having done, are feeling very good. Sink. So there's 4 of these all the way around. This is going to come back into lower dantian. Okay, so we're bringing that energy back into our center. Weight goes into the right, step a little bit wider. Right hand stays in the front, the left hand goes behind, and sink into the left leg. Spiral around into the right leg. Spiral, sink. Spiral, here's number 4, sink. Now, the lower dantian, of it is going to come around to spiral up to the top on the right. Then it's going to, you'll notice, you'll be able to kind of go up and down through the body with this one, and you're just changing your pelvis. That's 3. Take our hip, we're going to follow our hand all the way around. So again, we've got 3 all the way around. Last time, all the way around. And then you're going to bring that hand into lower dantian. Now the left hand is going to come out, all the way around, sink. And again, you'll start to feel where it's going to move in the body. bad. It's not smooth. 3. You can see my shoulder rising there. Do that move. Coming around. All the way around, work right through. Bring that around. It's going to come into the front, lower dantian. So now we're going to do Danyus, but by arm. So this is a figure 8 that comes in and down. So we're not worried about going low, just opening the lower circles up and out. Circles up and out. There's 3 of them. In and down. Now the figure 8 is going to get to make like an 8, the number 8, but we're doing a double doodle because our hands are going opposite each other to create that circle. So you go through the body. So it rises up through the body, sinking down. Stomach is nice and relaxed. Now we put the 2 together. So it goes up and out, in and down, and back and forth. Up and out, in and down, up and out, in and down. Bring your palm, energy you created, bringing your feet closer together. Hands towards lower dantian. Down, lift up, opening the hands, sink. This is going to come out from the center again, that heart center. Let that wave come through and sink. Connect your head to the top, through the body, feet to the bottom. Which is like, it's completely alive. So now let's go back to on you and see after having brought Kundalini in the process. And just the awareness of that. Okay, so you've got right out. And kind of zen. And up and out. And down. So I have the same thing that I had when we finished before, but it's just like this. It's like a wave happening. And as you know from our hands towards lower dantian, bringing the energy into your field, so your palms facing you, create order from chaos. So anywhere we're in, talked about the frequency coming from your heart. So any frequency, we have the ability to get that frequency to shift, so there is, and the body's looking for its order, bring everything into order. So as you're holding on to that, you may notice the energy. Don't notice it, that's fine. You're listening to me talk, you're going, she's a crazy woman, I don't know what she's talking about. One day, it might be there for you. And if you don't, just know it's happening, whether you sense it or not sense it. Okay, and then just let that go. All right, so that gives you a little bit of Kundalini. I hope you enjoyed it. It's one that's requested every week by my Chi integration people. So I enjoy sharing that. I'm not sure where we are at time-wise. Okay, it's quarter already. All right, so let's last part of low cup. And I'm going to choose this. If you haven't done it before, it's nice and simple. That's why I'm going to choose it. Just because you go through each and upper gate. Each time you move your arm, upper gate. And then the last part is chi rises to Mount, which is the chi is going to top the body, same as we did with Kundalini. And it's a beautiful way to finish. So it starts off with and it's morning dove floats. So you're going to sink into the right. Again, this is very gentle. It's just a nice way to finish, nice and gentle. Right hand goes across. Left. Now, what we want to do is bring awareness to the inside. You're just going to shake that belly from the inside, not from the outside. Step straight with your right foot. Step Pakwa. And then you're going to step straight with your right foot. Step Pakwa. Okay? Your right heel round. And now you're just going to step across. Elbow is up this time, so it's a little bit different movement. Here's number 3, right hand goes across. You're going to turn towards your front, cross the hands. They're going to roll down. So one-legged down you, heel goes down, turns, and you push up. Step. Palm across. Palm across. And I would turn right now. That would end up being my front over here. So I would turn this way. And turn you face me. We'll come around, let that go, sink. Just let that drop. Nice and gentle. I hope I showed you how to use flow, how to assess whether it is not flow, how to bring it in, that you can engage it if you like. So there we are, tomorrow, Friday, day. With me, I cannot believe I'm going to even say that number. So day 75, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I know you're on there. If you're ready to do the Touch for Health conference, which would have been in Boise, Idaho conference, and some excellent speakers. So TFHKA, I think they just say touchforhealth.org. They gave a plug out for them because, internet, we can go worldwide. And the presenters are on for 2 days, and there are some really good topics. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.